It is January the 2nd, and we are going to be, or I'm going to be, making a couple more cards. I left the other cards upstairs, I didn't realize, so I'll post both of them today because I worked on the others a little bit more yesterday. All right, let's see. Sorry, I don't know why that B always comes in after when I'm typing. I'll correct that later as well. As you can see, my table is messy still, and I am starting half an hour late because I had to run to take somebody to the train station. But check stories always, because if I am starting at a different time, I will post it in my stories. So I have 4 cards, and today we are working on the Lunar New Year. In my Instagram, you will have seen this post with all the prompts on. This is for anybody to join us if you want to create a library of gift cards for yourself. So today I'm working on Lunar New Year. Do I celebrate Lunar New Year? Not always, but I know that I will be seeing some friends around that time, so I thought it would be nice to use that opportunity to give cards out. So hi Amy, how are you? Amy probably saw my story that said 7:30, and I did post it in our chat, in our Patreon chat, but I think that always kind of gets mixed up with other messages, but that's fine. We are here, right, Amy? So welcome, and thank you for whoever pressed that subscribe button, because it's gone up. I have now only, what is that, 36 people that need to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then I will be at 1,000, and then we'll have a party. We will have a party. All right, I'm gonna get started. I got out some papers because I thought I would do more collaging today. I have, like I said, I've got 4 cards, so I'm gonna start by covering the outside of the cards. If you are a paid subscriber of, Amy says, right, intrigued about Lunar New Year. Good morning, Susan. Happy New Year, Happy New Year. Well, I thought I would join them together because we have New Year, and then the Lunar New Year actually isn't until January 29th, and it's the year of the snake. So if you're a subscriber, you will have gotten this message or post. Let me just put that on to not rotate. You will have got a post with our group Padlet. And in the Padlet, you have every day from now until the end of the month. And this is where our group can put images if they want to put images for inspiration for that day. It's a really good way to just, you know, to congregate all your ideas. If you have like an image and you want to share it, then do that. I also put the replay of the YouTube under each day that we do YouTube, so you'll get that in there. I am leaving the YouTube video up for 24 hours for people to watch, and then it's going to be dropped into here for you guys only. And so I have also the image of the prompt list so that you can go into that, and I have a month of building your very own gift cards. So I've written, how would it feel to get ahead and have all your gift cards ready for you to use throughout the year? And then I said, let's show up daily and create your own library of cards. I'll be using old cards and painting over the top, reuse and recycle. And this is where I said I've made a Padlet for you to add ideas, images, colors, inspiration for the dailies. And it's a generic list. I haven't included any religious. Yeah, snakes. But look how pretty these snakes. I just want to show you. I got these from copyright free imagery. This is from Dreamtime. And then this one, how beautiful. So I'm going to be using printed papers and create my snakes, and it could be just the symbol of the snake. So that's, I wanted to show you that first. Good morning, Louise. And hello, C. Nice of you to just drop in. All right, so I'm going to start by covering these, and maybe some mornings I will do more painting, but right now, like, I'm just going to try and get some imagery collaged on, and also like, yeah, like I'm using old cards, so I'll be covering these areas up as well, and the interiors. And I was going to just get some colorful paper for that, just plain colorful paper, but I think I may have some here that I can use, and even plain paper. So maybe I'll do that first, just to cover up the writing. I do have a cutter or guillotine, if you would say that. That also does speed things up a little bit. Is anybody else creating cards for their own use? And if you haven't seen, I have workshops starting today. Today and tomorrow we're doing winter landscapes, colorful winter landscapes today, working a lot on shadows and textures. And tomorrow our workshop is on colorful landscapes. So more of a limited palette today, but I love the winterscapes. This is a card from my sister. We have to plan like months ahead to do stuff for our birthdays, which I think is really sweet as well. Susan says, can Substack subscribers add images to the Padlet or any page? No, you can as well. Yeah, if you are a paid Substack subscriber, you will have got the post with the link to the Padlet, and you should be able to post in there as well. Let me double check that I've actually opened that up. I'm 100% positive that I have, but, or 99%, maybe I should check my 1% that it is actually open. Hang on a second. Read the comment. Yeah, I had it on. Yes. Yes, you can, Susan. So please add away. Add however you can. Meryl, so nice of you to join this morning. I hope you're feeling a little bit better today. If you have been with us for a while, you know who Farrow and Ball is. They are a manufacturer of traditional papers and paint. They do hand-painted papers. Back, I think it was during the pandemic, we were able to approach them and ask for samples of their handmade papers. I don't know if you can do that still, and they actually sent them out to us. That was like people in the States. See, did you get any? Meryl, did you get any? I know that you guys were both around when all that was happening. And so they create beautiful handmade wallpapers. I'll show you. So this is all hand printed. So they have a big factory in England where they make it all. And they also have, their colors of the walls are very famous and beautiful. a little bit different to the standard, you know, go to Home Depot and pick up a can of paint. So what I'm gonna do with mine today is I'm gonna cover some cards like this, and probably I'm gonna leave this for now because it really doesn't mean too much, but I've covered the inside so I can write on it. And now I've done this, and then I will take some patterned paper, or even I've got some jelly plate printed paper. Oh look, it's Claude. Okay, this must be really old. If Esty is here, she must you're probably looking at this going, Claude, this is Esty's dog. And I guess I did a jelly plate of Claude. I'm going to put that to the side because maybe I can do something with it. Hola, Patty. How are you? So I really like this color. Oh, I like this. It kind of looks snakish as well. And so I love these Japanese papers because they have these pretty transparencies and also patterns. So, and this would be good for a frontage. This would also be good for frontage. These are from Liberty in London. So sometimes I just go and pick up rolls of wrapping paper from stores that I love. This is also a nice frontage. And then I also have some palettes which can work as well. And some more printed papers which I think would look really nice as a frontage as well, and this one as well. So these are also Farrow and Ball printed papers. I could do a lighter one. Yeah. All right. I am going to, oh, and I have some birds as well. Remember when we were doing a lot of cutout birds? Actually, these were the silhouettes. So these were, that's interesting because I cut these shapes out around to create my watercolor birds. Huh. See, this is the fun thing as well. Like when you're looking through all your old papers, you'll find things that you haven't seen for a while. Okay, I'm going to cover these 4. And then I can start with the snakes. Good morning, Jennifer. Jennifer says, good morning. I got some of those Farrow and Ball paper. Yeah, I know that some of us did. Some of us were very proactive in that adventure. And then we went on a search for other wallpaper companies that give out samples, and there are a few, but they're not as beautiful as Farrow and Ball. So and Meryl did as well. Do you guys still have them, or did you use all your papers? All right, so I've got 2 frontages. I need to cover the insides of a couple of them. And I do have paper which is just a sketch that I can use the plain side on here. It's a very sweet note. Some of the cards I won't go over because I really love the little written notes that people have put in. But some cards, yeah, I can go over. Meryl says she still has hers. Well, they definitely will come in handy this month if you're making cards. I'm sure everybody used to have pen pals when they were little. It's pretty special to receive cards. I think I told you the story of a friend who I would visit in France. My our parents used to work with each other, and okay, that's catching. And she came over to visit in England, and she brought a whole shoebox of cards that we had written, like I had written to her, and then I found mine that I had written, or she had written to me, and it was like filled. And it was so nice. All my envelopes were decorated. And it's funny because I had forgotten that we had written so much to each other. So that was really, really very special. Okay, I am going to put something on the back of this one. Tell me if you're here and you are making cards, because it's nice to know who is with us and who is making cards. And are you sticking to the list, or are you venturing out? Maybe you could put something completely different on the back. Maybe a little calendar, or that something a little bit more useful. I didn't think about that, but maybe that's something to think about within the month. Or maybe a list of important dates. I mean, you do, for this project, you definitely need to be in a space where you have your things. So, but you could make little thumbnails of designs that you would like to work on. So this card has suddenly become from a dollar store card, because I can tell when it's a dollar store card, it's, very, very soft and not great paper. But now it's definitely a lot more solid, which I am happy about. Yeah, so tell me if you are, maybe I could actually put the bird on the back instead of covering it up. That would be quite nice. Yeah, tell me if you are working on some yourself, or is this a project that you're just not interested in? Don't worry, I won't be offended. Meryl says, I will start making them after I get home. Yes. It'll be a nice way to just ease into the year, Meryl. I know that you have other projects that you could get on with, but if you wanted to send some cards out, it would be a great idea. And did anybody else pen pal when they were younger? Actually, today, that's what I'm doing this afternoon, is writing my January cards. A late hello, Martina. How are you? Happy New Year. Okay. Just make sure those corners are stuck. And my paper is getting a little bit messy. Oh, I like that. So yeah, maybe that's what I'll do as well, is put images that I have created on the back of the card. Okay, so let's work on this snake, because I think it's important that we get a little bit done. So I think I'm going to use this for the head. And I do, like I said, I have images that I put into the Padlet, and you are more than welcome to add to the Padlet if you are part of our Patreon or paid Substack subscribers. So I'm going to use this for the shape of the head. Let's do it maybe opposite side. Let's do that. All right, a pen. I'll probably actually just attach a red tongue. I don't know, I think I was supposed to do it like this way and just flip it, but I don't know. Sometimes my brain works like that. Meryl says, I also have a whole new container of yes paste. Okay, what's yes paste again? Remind me. Is that a really good glue or something? Okay, I'm just going to put a little half tongue so I know where to put it. And then I'm going to, I have some red paper right here, or kind of like pinky red paper, which I think will work. So this is going to be the head of my snake. And then I've got some card actually here. So I'll just turn that over. And then cut this off and stick this on. I'll probably use, I'll just use a bit of glue for now, hopefully it sticks. It's always good to have a rough piece of paper that you can just use the back of. I have a lot of paper on hand to the right of me, or to the left of me, rather. All right, so we're going to start our Lunar New Year by putting a snake up here. So I'm going to have my snake in two-tone. It's going to be this color and this and the blue. Let's wrap this around. So, and the way that I can probably do this is, let's have a look. I would need, if I can do this with a paper, it's going to have to come around. How many rounds does it do? That's going to come out. Okay, this is going to come up and loop back down. I didn't take into account the loop. And it went off the page. That's not good. So I'm going to have to shorten that. Shorten it by so much. All right. I'll cut it out with this paper. Maybe I'll just use this paper. I do like this paper. I'm going to go and turn my heater off because it is so hot in here now. I don't think I need it on all that time. So please remember, if you are here and watching and you are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, to please press the subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of January. It's been a long time since I've had my YouTube channel. I haven't really, well, I've been active on it more these past couple of years because we've been doing lives. And if you didn't know, I do have a lot of sketchbook flip-throughs on my YouTube channel. I should probably pin those to the top so that people can see them. Okay, I'm going to turn this down. Whew. Hot, hot, hot. Oh, Meryl said, it's a paste recommended by a collage artist, so of course I had to buy some. Plus, I was out of glue when I bought it. Well, that's good. All right, so this is the opposite way I was supposed to put that. That was supposed to go all the way over there. I kind of like the paper a lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach this to here and then figure out my round bit that's going to come around here, and I'm just going to have to sort that out. Maybe I can use this side, or just take a new piece. It's probably a lot easier. I'll bring this around. The thing I really love about collage is that it will always be unique to you and what you are doing in your space, because it becomes very personal, because you have collected the papers, you have chosen, you know, what to use in that moment, whether it's a scrap or a palette that you have. Okay, this has to come up more like this, like so, and this is going to have to come round. Let's move that there. There. That kind of looks like a snake, doesn't it? All right, we'll fit this one in first. Oh, and give me a thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you, Meryl. Whoops. So this kind of has a similar feel. So I'm definitely taking inspiration from this snake, but it's not the same snake because I haven't copied it exactly. And then I'm going to put this up here like so, like that. All right, let's move this to the side, and I need my piece of paper. It does get very messy here. Oh, I could use that for the back of one as well. Okay, I'll do that. I feel like I'll get more done with collage than painting, but you know, I'm not going to say I'm not going to paint anymore, because I think I will be painting as well. What we should be doing is taking a piece of paper and doing that so that our hands, if they're dirty, then we are not smudging on top of our work. And then if you have something heavy, you can put it over the top. But I like that card. Wouldn't you like to receive a card like that? Something handmade, a little bit different. Definitely needs squishing down. It feels solid. You can write a lovely little note on there. Yeah, that one's a winner, 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 chicken dinner. Okay. I like this, the contrast of the black and white onto here. So I think I'm going to draw a snake on here and then put it over here. And I kind of like this area for the face. So let's start by, again, doing it maybe this way around. It's going to be easier. Oh, and I have to make sure that it's going to fit on the card. That would help, wouldn't it? You know what I can do? Thinking of the size of the card would help a lot. Yeah. Instead of just freewheeling it and then being stuck because I won't have, it wouldn't have fit. Wouldn't have been good, would it? So my snake's a little bit different to the design, but it's still a snake. Let's make that, just clean up these a little bit and pull it in a little. So maybe I'll do that in a different color so you can see what I'm kind of looking at. So adjusting your design before you cut out would be a good idea as well. I want a little bit more space in between the head and there. This doesn't have to have space. But this does have to have space on this side. Maybe I'll pull that around and then make this smaller here. All right, let's see if that works. Meryl says maybe he hasn't digested his dinner. Maybe. Maybe he's like got this bulge going on. So has anybody started their intentions? Were you guys good yesterday with your being good to yourself and living up to your intentions? I do have that Zoom session with Michelle tomorrow, and if you are a subscriber to Substack or Patreon, you will have gotten a message with the link. If you didn't get it, just DM me and I'll message you the link to it. That's at 1 p.m. Sam Dion Baker, she has her drawing session tomorrow as well, where she's talking about 2025. So that's right after. Michelle and I are doing the Zoom at 1 and Sam's is at 2. So those are two that you can sign up for tomorrow. And if you're doing my class in the morning, you're just going to be doing a whole bunch of art tomorrow, which would be fantastic. All right, so turning my snake around. Look how nice. I like that. Yeah, so we're going to be, you just need a sketchbook and basically your intentions for 2025, and you can make a beautiful page in your sketchbook. Maybe you have a new sketchbook you want to start with your dailies in. But yeah, it'll be good to just sit and chat and talk about what yours are. I will have my overhead on so you can see what I'm doing, and I think Michelle will, and if she doesn't, she'll share frequently. Yeah, I think this definitely working a lot faster than yesterday's paint session, but you get to understand what works and what doesn't work in the mornings. And I know some months are definitely more and longer than others, so but I'm hoping that I don't overextend my mornings and I keep to the hour, because well, that's what I'm preaching, that you don't need to overdo it and you can, you know, use it how you want to use it. Okay. Or if you want to make it a really lengthy project, of course you can make it a lengthy project, but actually I think his tongue needs to be down here more. There. So then I could cut out 2025 and put it on here, or I can just leave it like that. Quite like the actual fact that it's not saying it, but maybe on the inside I can say happy 2025. Meryl says, to a year of good health. Yes, Meryl, health is so important. All right, my whole table here is getting very messy. I do want a blue one. And I do have this circle. I could use the circle and put the snake in, and I could use the background if I wanted to. But I do also like this, and then to do a dark snake over the top. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to stick this in here. This is actually quite a large card. You can, you know, cut your cards as well, trim them, make them a little bit smaller, fit them to size. I think we do need to do a Patreon meet where we maybe look into making envelopes. I'm not sure if anybody's interested in an envelope session within our Patreon Substack. I know that Julie had some beautiful photos that she shared with us the other week, and that may be an idea to do that for this weekend. I know it's coming up real quick. It's, you know, the no, that one I can't use. Time just flies, and we're only on the 2nd of January. I could put a drawing on the inside, I guess. I really just want a thinner piece of paper. I really don't like this one, so I'm going to cover this here. This is perfect, so I don't have to do anything to that. And I think I'll use my cutter to cut it. Meryl says she likes the envelope idea. Hi, Melissa, how are you? Okay, I wasn't very smart about this because now I can't see where I need to cut. Okay, let's just cut here quickly. Okay. Oh, I guess I could do this. That's smart. Just cover this like that. Melissa, what's your theme for the week? It's Thursday. It is Thursday already. Do you have an art hang party tonight or not? Or are you taking a break? I think you did have one, didn't you? And okay, that's a little bit thick, and maybe my cutter is losing it. Okay, I'm gonna just use the scissors. Oh, Meryl says, I don't have any save cards, but I do have many pieces of discarded art. Well, that's what you could use. That's perfect. Discarded art works for sure. If you're just joining, we're already ahead. Look at that. I know I have 20 minutes still, but I'm using old cards, and these are cheap cards, and I've repurposed them. And we're doing the Lunar New Year, which is on January 29th, and it is the year of the snake. So this is 1 card and 2 cards. So we've done 2 already. Melissa says, we are doing same reference, different materials. Oh, yes. I do like that. We've done a few of those in our mornings, and it's great. Really, really pushes you to see what you like and what you don't like. Well, that'll be fun. And that is at 7 p.m. Eastern if anybody is interested in joining Melissa's art hang party. I know that you're interested. Okay, what did I say? I like this one. I do have a bigger, I do also like this one with the silver. So maybe I'll use this one instead. And I think then I'm gonna have to put a red or an orange snake on there. You're very welcome. And then Melissa, we need to have a conversation because somebody yesterday kindly reminded me that YouTube works very well when you've had over 4,000 hours of viewing time in the year and 1,000 subscribers. Well, I'm almost at 1,000, so I need to chat with you a little bit another time because I know that you are well over that. Meryl says, Melissa, that sounds like a real marathon. We will have 4 reference photos that we'll do on 4 different timers using 4 different mediums. Okay. Whoa. That'll be cool. Interesting. Okay. Oh, so I put that on the, did I put that on the back? Was that on the back? Yeah, and I really like the back. Maybe I thought I was putting it on the front. I mean, I can always switch it, can't I? Because this isn't as hard anymore. I guess it depends where I want to put the snake. Let's have a look at my colors for snakes. I do have this red, which I really like, and it has a little bit of a shine in it. So I could use that for my snake. Just draw it in and stick it on. Melissa says it's going to be a fun one. Look at my messy table. Yeah, Thursdays are always, they're always great because there's always something to do on a Thursday. Okay, I'm going to draw on this side. Let's put the snake head. I kind of like this snake head better than this one, but I also like the disproportioned snake in this one. Not sure what to do. I'll bring it round like that. Definitely need it wider, so I'm gonna have to use more and bring this down a little bit more. No need to erase because you won't see this side. This needs to go up a little bit. So I'm definitely going to have to, let's take this over here. These are Japanese papers that I've got. Oh, Melissa, you'll be picking up lots of Japanese papers, right, from Japan when you go? I'm sure these stationery stores are just amazing over there. All right, so I think that will, I'll put that like that so that I know where to cut. I know, Melissa says, I notice you're almost at 1,000 subscribers. Congrats. Yes, we can chat. Okay. All right. Here, let's cut this one first. So I know it's that shape. Now this is going to have to be flipped, so I have to remember to flip it over like so. This side. So my snake will be the other way now. It's probably more interesting watching me paint than collage. So I do apologize if you're like here going, oh, I thought she was going to paint, because I'm not really going to paint right now anyway. Okay, so this is going to be here, but I can cut this bit off and this bit off because this is going to be tucked in like so. It's not as bright as I wanted this side, but I still like the color, so do too much. There. I don't know why that's a little bit off. It's like I cut too wide here, maybe. Just a tiny little bit. Tiny, tiny. That's better. There we go. No, then that shows through there. Okay, that's better. And now this side. So if you don't have enough paper with collage, it's great because you can just add. that needs to be trimmed. I should probably have gotten my X-Acto knife out and trimmed it a little. Okay. Melissa says, I do want to do more collage, so looking for paper in Japan is a great idea. I think even their dollar stores have some nice ones. In YouTube, there's a tab called Dollar Earn. When you click there, you can see how close you are to monetization. It's the watch hours that takes the longest, but since you do lives, I've got 4,500 watch hours last year. So, and somebody told me I needed the 4,000, so I think I may have the watch hours. All right, I'm gonna stick this beauty on. I'm gonna stick just this little bit here quickly just to make sure that it doesn't move, and then I can come back to getting it centered. Yes, it's just the subscribers. And when I was looking at the watch hours, more than 50% of those watched hours were people who did not subscribe. So if you're here watching and you haven't subscribed, you could almost get me to 1,000 subscribers. Like, I don't think it'll take too long. And plus, I never advertise much that I have a YouTube channel, so I should probably do that a little bit more. Oops. I don't know. It's all very, very, very new, this whole, I mean, people have been doing it for years, the YouTube stuff. Ooh, okay. What I like about Japanese papers is that they're a little bit more fibrous than regular papers, so they have a little bit more is pliability a word? Flexibility. You can kind of move it a little bit more. It has a little bit more stretch. And again, I should be doing this with a paper over the top. There. So, another card done. 3 cards today. Woohoo! Maybe I'll get my last one done that I really wanted to get done. I said I'd like to get at least 4 done. Yeah. Melissa says, maybe we can all share your channel on our socials and encourage people to subscribe. Yes, maybe. That would be lovely. That would be wonderful. Thank you, Melissa. I'll make a post today and tag a few of you, and then all you have to do is share it, but that would be lovely. Ooh, I've found a paper that's really cool. This will be great for a snake. Totally using that for a snake. Okay. Okay. Let's get a little bit more of a plain background. Something that... No, I need something a little bit more bold and plain. So it could be a red, or let's see, do I have a red? Oh, I have a purple. I have a purple. That may work. I do see a red. I have Christmas paper that's too dark. And I just dropped something. What did I drop? Okay, that's not going to work, so I need to find some other paper. have some browns. That doesn't really scream out at me. Let's see if there's any imagery that I have that I can go over the top of. I have palette papers. That would work as well. I could do a palette paper one. I could do the Claude. Maybe I'll do the Claude. This is kind of goldy. That may work too. I could use that for the backs. All right. Oh, it was the card that fell down. That's what it was. I do have this one. Maybe I'll use this. This is quite great. All right. I could stick this on the front and the back. So if you have signed up to my workshops and you can make it, remember I will be on 10 minutes beforehand if you want to join. Get your palette ready, make sure you've got all your water. Today's workshop is Winterscapes, colourful Winterscapes, and we will be, no, I don't want to use that. I'm going to use this for the back as well. We'll be using paint, mixing palettes, doing compositional sketches, doing little thumbnails of our longer pieces. So the 2 hours will be filled with creating beautiful imagery of winterscapes. What I love about winterscapes is the color palette. You can really push those blues and those purples, which I love, and the shadows really give a dramatic feel in a landscape. And then tomorrow is colorful landscapes, so similar but not the same, and we'll be pushing our colors in maybe a few unexpected ways. Okay, here, I've got some images here that I can use the backs of. Perfect. Maybe I could do this over the whole thing. I just need to get where the bend is, the fold. Yeah, so different things that are happening today. I'm not even sure if the Visual Arts Passage has their, they must have their drawing hive as well. So Melissa has her art hang party if you want to go and experiment with lots of your materials in your art space. I think that would be a great option. And if you, now do I put it on like this so that people keep my, I should probably do that, shouldn't I? So that people have a sketch of mine inside. Like, I think my mum would like that, to see a sketch on the inside and not lose a sketch. So you could do that at 7, or the Visual Arts Passage has their weekly drawing session at 7 as well, and they do more portraits from reference photos. It's a great way to build a portfolio if you're looking at getting into editorial work. So, but creatively, if you want to experiment a little bit more, Melissa's Art Hang Party is definitely one to explore. These cards are going to have all different secret artworks. Yes! Actually, not all of them, but a lot of them have little artworks on them. Yeah. I know, it's 8:30. I'm going to be signing off in a second. I just want to quickly get the snake on here because I really do want to use this. Okay. This is where I'm going with it. Head, body, head. I always get that wrong. It's like drawing a ribbon. Do you get that wrong? Like when you're drawing a ribbon and you want to get the curve? I get that wrong a lot. I feel like it's very similar with a snake body. This. Okay, this is wrong, so I need to get this over. Just goes get squashed a little bit here. Okay, I'm just gonna have to cut it out and see how it flows on the other side. Okay, easier to cut off the big area for sure. Okay. Oh, yes. Now, is it gonna fit? No. Okay, I need to make this slightly smaller. See, I didn't do what I did the first time, and I should have learned. It worked last time. That works. Yeah, it's a little bit, it's not super standoutish, but I do love the pattern on the paper. Probably should have chosen a less patterned paper for the background, but it is what it is, and it's gonna be stuck on. So these are my Luna New Year cards. If you're just joining, make sure you press like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. But these turned out so much better than my yesterday's cards, so I think this is the route. You know, it takes a couple of days just to get the gist of where I'm going with these, and I think I will definitely be moving forward with this kind of technique. I will paint as well, and I think maybe even a jelly plate session to create some beautiful textures would be really good as well. This one is kind of plain but has a background like so. This one has a special bird on the back, which will probably be eaten by the snake. And this one has the mice inside. And this one is also just very plain, but super lovely weight to them. Really like it. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Esty, and thank you, Susan. I saved Claude. Claude did not get cut up. I'm gonna have to make something of him. I think he will join us in our cards. The mice will also be eaten. You're right. The mice will also be eaten. They have to be careful. I have to trim this because it's not opening. Well, I mean, how wide do you open a card? You can't, and then it just sits nicely anyway, right? So I'll have to put my address somewhere on the back or on the inside, and these will probably get sent out for the Lunar New Year. Take care, everybody. Have a really good day. I will see some of you in approximately an hour. Bye.